You are all welcome to Bunclip Weekly Reports, and today is August 19, 2021. And so, with that, this week we will be deliberating on the coin Solana. So, having that in mind, the aim of this weekly reports by Bunclip.com under Bunclip Academy is to be able to give our audience, that is our client and customers, an edge into crypto trading. And just as we all know, many people have lost several amounts of money. Why? Because of uninformed information or knowledge about what cryptocurrency is all about, what they should trade, when they should trade it, and how they can be able to exit and make profit from it. So, in as much as we will deliberate on the fundamentals of the coins in which we will be listing weekly and discussing here in this platform, we will also give our clients an insightful guide on when to make purchases and also when to sell. We will not give you just fundamental analysis for you to make, although actually you will actually make decisions on your own, but we are not just going to leave you out there to make decisions on your own, because we know and we believe that in as much as the fundamentals are right, we also need to have the patience, the fundamental discipline to be able to enter into the market at the right time and be able to make profit from it and sell it to those who want to buy it at a high price. So because of that, for one to make a purchase, we want to have a well-informed information about what we want to buy. So that is the essence of this academy, to be able to help you to make a well-informed decision or judgment, not to make a judgment out of being amateur in it. So here there is nobody that is amateur or someone who is said to be little person in the crypto trading field. So we'll make it a level playing ground, and we help you so that you can be able to be profitable. And just as our watchword says, you will be 100% successful in crypto trading if you follow our instructions judiciously. And also, you should know that we are not your financial advisors. We don't have any license to give financial advice. So everything we teach here is on academic basis. So it's left for you to make good use of what we give you here, the information we give you here. So which judgment you make the information we give you here is on you. We will not take the risk or bear the responsibility of any loss you might encounter, as trading cryptocurrency incurs or involves risk. You might lose all your assets or part of it, and projected outcome might not be the reality. So you should bear also that in mind as a disclaimer. So it's a disclaimer that you should bear in mind. Now, having said this, knowing the main reason why we established this crypto academy, Bunclip Academy, let us move over to what we have today, which is Solana. So as we are going through Solana, we will take a very brief moment to scale through what Solana is all about. Then when we have a brief understanding of what Solana is all about, then we can be able to know why when we will buy it. Just as Charlie Munger says, you do not invest in what you do not know or what you do not understand. And again, it will be very important that you know the reason why you are making a purchase, a particular coin. It's not just like you are buying because other people are buying. So that's being said, let's move on to the next slide and see what we have today. So the next slide, fundamentals. So under fundamentals, Solana is building the architecture of their blockchain based on proof of history, a proof for verifying order and passage of time between events. The purpose of proof of history, that is POH, is used to encode the trustless passage of time into a ledger. A proof of stake consensus mechanism is then leveraged for confirmation of the current sequence produced by the proof of history generator. Proof of stake is also used for voting and selecting the next proof of history generator node, and for punishing any validators that act against the interests of the network. Up to 710k transactions per second on 1 gig network without data partitioning. So this is what Solana is all about. Each blockchain have what we call a method of validation. So every blockchain you are using today, in as much as it's a blockchain, there's a difference between a blockchain and a token. So every blockchain you are using today have a method of validation, and that method of validation is what makes the blockchain to be slow, faster, efficient, scalable, or non-scalable. So hope you guys are with me. So the scalability, the fastness, and the cost effectiveness of a blockchain is directly proportional to the validation or that the blockchain use. So the type of validation that the blockchain use is what will determine how scalable that blockchain is going to be. So in the case of Solana method of validation is proof of history. So and this proof of history makes it possible that you can be able, and also let me add this also, proof of stake is also used. So but the main validation that is being used here is proof of stake. So this makes it possible for the network to be very fast, highly scalable. So what makes Solana to be unique among other tokens in which you might have seen today is that Solana makes it possible that one can be able to make transactions in an incredibly short processing time than any other blockchain. And again, its validation time is being decreased. Secondly, you will notice that the fees are what? Very cheap or low. So we have low transaction cost. So the reason why Solana is very unique is that other tokens or other platform can build applications, decentralized applications on the blockchain. So you can build decentralized application in its blockchain. And why is this so? Because they have an architecture for that, and the rate at which transactions are being approved and validated is very fast. So the uniqueness of Solana is the fastness at which transactions are being carried out, and again the time period in which it is being done, and apart from that, it is also very cheap and cost effective. Just as you can see in the slide, up to 710,000 transactions per second in 1 gig network without data partitioning. So you don't even, this one, they're not even using shards, they're not even making use of sharding. So you see that it is very, very cost effective. So another thing you will get on that is the use case and the update. So just like I told you, it is very scalable in that Solana leverages proof of history. I've already mentioned that the validation in which a blockchain use is directly proportional to its scalability, the speed of transaction, and the cost of transaction. So whenever you're choosing a blockchain to buy, you should always check the nature of its validation, because the nature of its validation is going to determine what exactly is happening in that blockchain. So Solana on its own case is scalable. And why is it scalable? Because of its nature of validation, which uses proof of history. And on that note, and several other breakthrough innovations to allow the network to scale at the rate of Moore's law. So low cost. Never worry about rising fees as your user base grows. Solana is designed to keep fees low for application with billions of users. What an amazing unique feature. Like, guys, can you just, I want you guys to imagine what we are talking about here. That is, as your platform increases, that is, as you have higher number of people transacting in your platform, of which you're supposed to have glitch is just as you have today, when billions of people or millions of people are using a particular network. What do you guys often have? Network glitch. It's very, very simple. If you're using MTN, or if you're using, for those of us in Nigeria, if a server is being overloaded, what do you think will happen to the server? We have network glitch, and it will start to slow down. I don't know if you guys have noticed, because I've noticed personally, the server will start to slow down. But in this case, the higher the number of users, the less the fee is. And again, the more scalable it is. Very scalable and efficient and fast. So number base even helps to improve the functionality of Solana. So it is an amazing feature that they have, and these features are very unique to Solana. So what about composability? Composable. Solana's single global state ensures composability between projects, never deal with multiple shards or layer 2 systems. So I will talk about sharding maybe later on in possible upcoming slides. We'll talk about some other features of blockchain. This blockchain technology has some different interpretations, which you guys would like to know some of those terms. But sharding has to do with breaking down networks into nodes so that it can be able to handle higher number of transactions per time. For example, for some scalable, let me use Ethereum as example. For Ethereum to handle higher number of transactions, unlike what is having handled before, and for the fees to be reduced, the blockchain have to break it down into shards or nodes. So these shards or nodes will now handle different transactions in the same blockchain, so that the transaction time and cost will be reduced. So that's what here I'm talking about. So but here now, in terms of being able to handle these works, it doesn't need multiple shards, because why we need multiple shards is so that we can be able to handle multiple transactions per time. So that is the unique feature you can see about this Solana. So Solana is a very wonderful project. We have seen what it can do for us. So let us go over to the tokenomics of Solana and see what we have there. So the total supply of Solana is 489 million, while the circulating supply is 290 million. Market cap is 20.4 billion USD, and the trading volume is 34.8 billion USD, and the current price as of the time in which this video is being recorded is $71.23. Then it traded off all-time high of $79 at 18th of August 2021, and all-time low of $0.5 at May 2020 last year. That is about 14,139%. So it have seen a massive increase. So I'm not particularly, I'm not even surprised about the massive increase that Solana is having, because of the uniqueness of the project. I'm here to see a project that is so unique as Solana. In fact, if you check the code repository, maybe you guys I will still talk about that one. But in terms of code addition and deletion of Solana, you see that it shows that they are constantly working on the project. So an investment in Solana is a secured future. I can proudly say that, not with full head, that if you really want to secure a future in terms of have a degree of financial freedom, an investment in Solana is a way to start that with. So but like we always say in our disclaimer, we only give you academic advice in terms of what to do, and we don't actually take responsibility of any loss you might encounter based on the information we give. So whatever we give to you is an information. We expect you to, on your own terms, know what to do with the information. We are not telling you what to do with the information we are providing you there. Why we are giving you suggestions of what you can be able to do, but we're not giving you an advice or the will to do what you want to do. So we just suggest, say a likelihood that you now make your own decision. So we want to take note of that. So let's move on to the next slide in the PowerPoint. Okay. So we are now on technical. So in technicals, we want to tell you what the chart is saying about Solana, how the price have moved, and just as we told you, we will not just be giving you information based on the fundamentals, which even if the fundamentals are good, the pricing might be too high, that is on a premium. So in Bunclip Academy, we don't buy with the public, we don't buy with pump. So we always wait to buy at a fair price or at a discounted price, so that we can be able to maximize profits, and that requires a lot of discipline. Like I said before, in the starting of this video, is that you need to be disciplined and also follow what we are telling you here in Bunclip Academy. Like I told you, disclaimer, that's following, you have to decide that for yourself. So that is it. So and on that vein, we can see that over the past days, we use the past days or months, we use the daily time frame to give you a brief overview of what Solana is about. So you can look at the charts, you can notice that it's rallied to a high of $80.05, and like we said, we are using Solana BUSD as a case study, and currently it's trading at $70. Okay, $70. So, and the time frame that we use here is a daily time frame. So having that in mind, you can see from the volume chart tools, you can see that the volumes are quite high in this period. It has pumped enormously, and for one to make an investment in it, we will make that suggestions in the next slide. So, but generally, you can see that the Solana have traded high recently, or explosively. Sorry, I have to take some water. Explosively. So we will get to know more about the suggestions or what we are required to do. So suggestions. So what suggestion do we have for our client? Notice these suggestions are not financial advice. There's a difference between financial advice and just suggestions. So the suggestion we have for our clients or traders is that if you want to buy the Solana, we suggest you wait at the zones we marked in the slide, and that those zones are $35 and $37 and $25 mark zones. Then for one who want to short, that is short sell, if you are trading futures or if you are buying indices, you can short at $73. Then currently shorting is better because Bitcoin is now on a downtrend. So we want to see Bitcoin at downtrend. We want to at those zones when we want to make purchases. We want to buy at those zones when we see bullish momentum on Bitcoin. So before we continue, let me show you guys some things on charts. Is that let's see some things on charts here. Okay, so if you look here, this is Solana charts. This is on a daily time frame. So so if you guys watch on these charts, you will see some things that are of important to take note of. I'll mark out some price values you people should watch because they will have impacts in what we are going to see in the next few days. You can see this zone and this zone. So you can see that the price ranges we would want to take note of is $45 and $25 in our daily time frame. So how we make investments just in a Bunclip Academy, I'm telling you what we do here in Bunclip Academy is that we do what we call dollar cost averaging. So we do not sell on a loss. So it's obviously, and it has been established that Solana is a solid project. So we would want to buy the business. So if we are buying the business, we have to divide our capital into how many portions? 3 portions. So currently we'll make our first buy at when price reaches $45. So if price didn't hold at that zone and it moves down to $25, in which we have marked, you can see it in the screen. So if price reach $25, what do? We make a second buy. So let us see what 4-hour chart have to say, so we'll know whether we'll add another price to it. But the main price we are watching from what we see on the chart is $45, $25 in a daily time frame. So these are the price range we'll be targeting to buy. So let's see what this thing will show us 4 hours. So this is a 4-hour chart. So I will still mark the prices we would want to be watching on, just as I've already mentioned, $45. So 4-hour chart made it even clearer, $44 approximately, and we'll be watching that $36 zone, $36 zone, and then that $25 zone, which is in a daily time frame. So the zone you will watch $45 at $45, $36 and $25. I repeat, let me write it on the screen so that you know what I'm saying. I repeat, the zones to watch are $45. The second one is $36, and the last one is $25. Hope we are clear with this. I repeat, the first zone to make a buy is $45, second zone is $36, the last one is $25. So these are the 3 basic zones we are watching. And so in dollar cost averaging, depending on how your income is, we buy with for example $10. If it doesn't hold and comes to $36, we buy with $20. If it doesn't hold and comes to $25, we buy with $40. And let me write that one also. We start with 10, 20 and 40. So this is how you will do. So the amount you want to use, if you are doing with 50, you add it up for the second zone, 100, the next one 200. So why are you doing this? You want to maximize your profit. So peradventure the price was able to stabilize at $36. You would want to take some profit at $45. So at $45, you take some profit. You take 25% out, or you break even. If you are invested with $300 or whatever, you break even with what you invested with. Then you'll be watching the market at this particular zone, which is $64. At $64, you take out 50% of the whole profit, of the whole capital you have. Then at $80, which is the higher side, you take out another 25%. Then you allow the remaining profit to run. Then why allow the remaining profit to run? We know from the time in Wall Street, no matter how tall a tree grow, it can never touch the sky. So no matter how far market runs, it will always do what? Pull back. So as the market volatility is high and the bullish trend is moving up, we continue to lighten our load in Bunclip Academy by 25% at every point in time, because we know that it will eventually pull back, and we will always wait for the zone in which it will pull back to take fresh positions and to take profit. So like I told you in the beginning of this tutorial, that we provide you with what, with an information that is practical and usable. We don't just leave you with the fundamentals and you are done, you will now be hurting yourself. No, we give you the useful practical information in which you will use to be successful in this trading. So having that in mind, if you like our content, although we are not we have not concluded just an intermittent break. If you like our content, we would want you to please subscribe to our channel, and I would also want you to share our videos and like. So for you to continue to get rich content from us, we would like you to subscribe to our channel and also to share it other. Then finally, exchanges, this is for those living in Nigeria. If you're not living in Nigeria, this part does not concern you. So Bondcrypt exchange is one of the best platforms to buy or sell your coins in Nigeria, and we're always ready to guide you. If you like what we are doing, feel free to patronize us. Thanks. So we also need support, your support. Say there is one time that says iron sharpen iron, and so we all help each other. So if you like what we are doing and our content have been helpful to you and you have made something reasonable from it, we would like you to help us, we would like you to patronize us, and we're always ready to guide you in any way we can when you approach us. So we'll put our email below, so if you want to ask us anything, you can ask us via our email, and we will respond immediately. So that is that for the week, to this week reports. So we would want you to make good use of the information you have received. So from time to time, we will also give updates on our previous reports, maybe what we have said before and how they have fared so far. So this is what we have for you guys today. So with that, we'll have to say happy trading or successful trading. So thank you all for your listenership, and we wish to continue to provide this content for you in the future, a weekly basis. So please endeavor to subscribe to our channel if you have not, and click the like button. Thank you very much.